Ninjas organize a funeral for Nia. The ninja returns.
Nia died?
Benthamar becomes.
You know what? This is what you get, Nia. This is what you get, Nia. This is what you get, Nia. You should have never cheated on my man Jay in season 3. You should have never did it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dolo. And as you can see, we are on Twitch right now. We are on stream. Come vibe with your boy. Click link in the description. Follow your boy on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I stream on the weekends sometimes. No, like all the time. Everybody, we're about to watch the entire story of Ninjago from start to finish. Since we literally skipped, well, I skipped all of Ninjago. You know what I'm saying? I skipped all of Ninjago to go straight to Dragon Rises because I'm not doing it. So your boy is about to watch the entire story of Ninjago from start to end in 23 minutes. Hopefully they don't miss out nothing because I seen up to like season 12. So they better not miss not a thing or we gonna riot, okay? So this is gonna go on the live channel. Or no, this is actually gonna go on my main channel. Just post it. Bro, Shimmer is trash. Don't ever say Shimmer is great. I watched one episode, that shit was boring.
Ninjago, the best Lego cartoon of all time. In this video, I will try to recap all 15 seasons
that's season
and
2.
210 episodes of Ninjago. In the video, I will tell you the stories of the ninjas, the greatest enemies they faced, and the legendary finale of the series.
Yes.
If you watch this video from start to finish, you will understand the whole story.
They better not be talking about Dragon Rises, bro.
The video without further
we own
ado.
Dragon Rises
you
now.
know the story of the first Spinjitzu master who
That's
created
God
Ninjago,
right there. That's Loki
but
God.
Our story goes back much further than that. The story begins in the first realm, home to the Oni and the dragons. The Oni had the power to destroy, while the dragons had the power to create. The two species were locked inside an
so
eternal
basically
wall
yin and
until
yang,
a child
right?
was born to both Oni and dragon. Even bigger fights broke out as the two species fought over who would get the child. The boy did his best to stop the fighting, but in vain. Realizing that this fight would never end, the boy decided to leave the land. The boy fled to another land that was covered by the ocean and consisted of several islands. But in this land too, the fighting continued. A giant sea serpent named Wojira controlled wind and water powers that the boy did not have. If the boy had not cooperated with the islanders and the people of Merlopia to defeat Wojira, the realm would have been...
Hold on. They giving me too much lore right now. No cap. They giving me too much lore right now, bro. They giving me too much lore that I can't keep up with. Hold on. Slow down. Just slow down. So you telling me it started off that little boy that little boy they were just showing, that was God, right? That was the, you know, the beginning of Spinjitzu Master, right? That was God. Boom. And then you had the yin and yang. You got evil and you got the dragon. You got the dragon and you got, what's the name? The other boys. Evil, good. They fighting. I might need to go back because how did the Spinjitzu Master get into this? What did I miss?
The two species were locked inside an eternal wall until a child was born to both Oni and dragon. Even bigger fights broke out as the two species fought over who would get the child. The boy...
I knew I wasn't tripping. So this nigga, the child, the first Spinjitzu Master, God, basically, right? Him. Them two was already there. And he was born of them? He was born of them? How? Where did he come from? That's what they just said.
The boy did his best to stop the fighting, but in vain. Realizing that this fight would never end, the boy decided to leave the land. The boy fled to another land that was covered by the ocean and consisted of several islands. But in this land too, the fighting continued. A giant sea serpent named Wojira controlled wind and water powers that the boy did not have. If the boy had not cooperated with the islanders and the people of Merlopia to defeat Wojira, the realm would have been destroyed. So the boy gathered the inhabitants of the two realms together and attacked Wojira. But they could not stop Wojira until a water elemental master named Naiad merged with the sea and removed the two jewels from Wojira's head. In this way, they sent the monster into eternal sleep. After Wojira fell asleep, they gained two talismans. They gave one to the islanders and the other to Merlopia. The boy became known to the people of the land.
And I noticed this is them little purple little niggas that was inside Dragon Rising, right? This is the little purple dude. No, that was season 13. These are the purple dudes, right? Or no, I could be wrong.
first Spinjitzu master because of this Spinjitzu martial art he created. The first Spinjitzu master climbed the Golden Hills to create the Temple of Light and 4 golden weapons infused with his own powers of fire, earth, ice, and lightning. He used these weapons to create a landmass and named it Ninjago, where he would live for the rest of his life. Sometime later, several Oni built temples in Ninjago to watch over the master of Spinjitzu. In time, an ancient evil gained power to oppose the first Spinjitzu master. This evil was known as the Overlord and created an indestructible stone army. A great battle broke out between the first Spinjitzu master and the Overlord. Fearing the loss of his new home, the first Spinjitzu master split Ninjago in 2. One remained Ninjago, while the other became the Dark Island, where the Overlord and his forces were exiled. Subsequently, the Crystal Realm was created by the first Spinjitzu master for easy travel between the 16 newly formed realms. People and snakes began to appear around Ninjago. These snakes were called serpentids. The first Spinjitzu master had 2 children. We don't know how. They were Wu, who had hold on, creation, and Garmadon, who had the
where the mama at? I just thought about where the mama? What's this? Say Wu mama? We don't know how they were. We know how children are made. So where is the mom? You telling me? Nah. They got. You telling me we got a whole backstory on the daddy, but we don't get no backstory on the mama? They couldn't come up with no backstory for the mama. She could have died at birth. She could have died having them. Not really. I mean, he's God. He could just create them.
Elemental power of destruction. The first Spinjitzu master created the Green Ninja Prophecy, which stated that the Green Ninja would end the war with the Overlord. The Dark Lord was planning his next move on the Dark Island and eventually decided to use one of the first Spinjitzu master's children as a means to return to Ninjago Island. He then made a deal with a snake, which bit Garmadon's hand and
oh my goodness, the freaking
this snake
what was it called?
Known as the Great Devourer.
The Great Devourer.
It would take years for this evil to overtake Garmadon. The first Spinjitzu master trained his sons in elemental powers and Spinjitzu, and then created the Forbidden Spinjitzu, which must
I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That was like what season was this? Season 8? What season was this little Wu? When we getting a little backstory. Season 8, season 9? Season 11? Damn. Hey. No, that was Asphyra. Yeah, Asphyra. That was season 11. I'm tripping. That was the 11-minute episodes, right? Yeah.
Very close. Wu taught her Spinjitzu, but Fira used it to overthrow her king and become ruler of her people. Realizing his mistake, Wu managed to stop Fira using the Forbidden Spinjitzu scrolls and Garmadon.
Bro, this animation, was crazy. I remember watching that. That animation was wild.
The Spinjitzu master passed away in a tomb that housed the Crystal Realm. The location of this tomb was
season 5,
and the only clue to its location was hidden in Wu's wand. Garmadon was appointed guardian of Ninjago, and the golden weapons were shaken with grief. Garmadon went his own way, leaving Wu alone in the monastery. Elsewhere in Ninjago, a pirate named Captain Soto and his crew were to embark on a voyage to find the Dark Island. However, another pirate crew and its leader would come into conflict with a genie from another realm named Nautica. After several battles, Captain Soto sealed a weapon in a teapot and exiled his crew to different realms. After their ship sank at sea, Captain Soto and his crew continued to search for the island until they were killed. Sensei Yang created a new martial art called Air Jitsu. Yang tried to achieve immortality using the Sword of Yang, but he cursed himself and his students by turning them into ghosts. High in the mountains, elsewhere, and then Cole had to find out Shintaro was found. A talented engineer named Dr. Julian built a mechanical child whom he raised as his own son. This child was named Zane. While Wu stayed at the monastery to train his own students, Garmadon found himself training with Master Chen and another student named Klaus. One of these students was Moro, a descendant of the Wind Elemental Master. Wu trained Moro to become a Green Ninja and fulfill the Green Ninja Prophecy. But
look, out of all the people we didn't saw, bro, or that I didn't saw, who is y'all most favorite Elemental Master, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you. Moro, that nigga like that. I like Moro. Moro is my guy. I like him. Ghost Ninja, come on now. Wind Element, come on now. Technically, he don't really need Air Spinjitzu. He's the Wind Element, bro. He don't need it. And nobody better not say Kai, because Kai is like literally the most worst ninja of all time. I swear Kai is the worst ninja of all time. I promise to you. And I have evidence to back it up. I have evidence.
But Moro was seen as worthless by the golden weapons, and this angered him. He made bad choices to prove Wu wrong and left the monastery after falling out with Wu. Misako and Wu became close, and Wu began to have feelings for Misako. Misako wrote him a love letter, but Lord Chen intercepted it and tricked Garmadon into signing it himself. Chen also had feelings for Misako. The Serpentines created their own prophecy.
Also had feelings for Misako.
The Golden Lord would rise and destroy everyone in the world. After Garmadon saw through Chen's ruse, he abandoned him. A war broke out between snakes and humans. Wu and Garmadon led the Elemental Alliance. This group was made up of masters of different elements. One member of the alliance came from a powerful snake species called Anachondri. Chen manipulated the Elemental Alliance, causing some members to turn
family
against
right
their
there. My man got the
comrades.
drip on. Oh my goodness.
Controlled the Serpentines, and these flutes were used to imprison
This is like
Serpentine
season 4
tribes in separate
lore.
tombs. Toward the end of the war, the Elemental Alliance won, and the Anachondri leaders were exiled to the Cursed Realm. Master Chen and Klaus
This is
were
literally the
also
content I got
exiled to
right
an
there.
island. After the war ended, Chen's manipulation...
The worst season of all time! The worst season of all time! I ain't even had to say it. Y'all knew exactly what I was talking about.
Elemental Alliance. Rei and Maya, elemental masters of fire and water, forged the 4 swords of time with Garmadon and trapped the twins' powers inside the blades.
Look at the animation. The animation just dropped.
Where they could never be found. The twins entered the rift.
This video is in 1080p and the animation dropped. Not because of him, because of the animators in Ninjago Season 7.
In time. However, Crux returned to the same time period and started hiding one of the time blades. At the same time, Wu hid it in a place called the Boiling Sea.
Look, I'm watching
Garmadon's letter
one of Ninjago specials right now, bro.
Eventually, they got married and had a child. However, Wu did not know that his brother Garmadon had betrayed him. Elemental masters began to settle around Ninjago and had children of their own. They also passed on their powers to their children. In the process, Moro died in his quest as his soul crossed into the cursed realm.
RP Moro, bro. He was one of the best ninja out there. I promise you, he was.
The Griefbringer in Shintaro using 2 swords, which he then gave to the 2 species living there, the Geckles and the Monads. He then returned to Ninjago. The king of Shintaro, King Vangelis, soon sent 3 adventurers to the caves beneath Shintaro to retrieve an ancient skull filled with demonic powers. The adventurers retrieved the skull, but were forced by the king back into the caves.
Walrus was good, my boy.
So the king used the power of the skull to enslave the Geckles for months. The Great Devourer's poison completely corrupted Garmadon, turning him completely evil. Garmadon tried to steal the golden weapons to reshape Ninjago, but Wu intervened. The 2 brothers fought using the golden weapons. Garmadon got the upper hand, but before he could finish Wu off, the defensive spell on Wu's chest activated and hit Garmadon with a bolt of lightning. This caused Garmadon's body to be disfigured and fell into Ninjago's
Turn that nigga. He turned him to a nigga. Turn Garmadon to a nigga, boy. I'm trying to tell you to turn him black.
Take revenge on his brother by
and Samaka said, "No, I want all the hand. I want all the smoke."
His brother would return. So he hid the 4 golden weapons in Ninjago and placed a dragon to guard each one. He drew a map and gave it to Rei, a fire element master, to keep it safe. Rei and Maya had children of their own and often chatted with a new friend. This new friend turned out to be Crux in disguise, and he kidnapped them. But they left their 2 children alone in the blacksmith shop. These children were Kai and Nia. The lightning master abandoned his son in a junkyard where a couple took him and raised him as their own. The earth element master fell ill and later died, leaving her husband and son. The Ice Master found himself lost in a forest, but by chance he met Dr. Julian and Zane and realized that his time was over. The Ice Master gave his powers to Zane before he disappeared. Eventually, Dr. Julian grew old and passed away, resetting Zane's memory by
that nigga didn't get old and die.
Samukai, following
no, he did die. I forgot. Yeah, he brought him back.
Dr. Julian and kidnapped him to make him a tool for the...
Bro, I still don't believe that to this day, bro. You telling me this nigga died? Samakak said, nope, I still need you, buddy. This man gave him a reboot card and later said, I need your genius. You need to go ahead. You're coming with me. Like, what?
The skeleton army. Julian refused and was instead locked in a tower.
He's old. Why you throwing that man down like that?
To her child and realized his potential to fulfill the Green Ninja prophecy. Since Garmadon was the potential Dark Lord, she left the child at a boarding school to seek another way to fulfill the prophecy.
Bad school of bad boys.
Wu realized that he was too old to stand up to Garmadon alone and set out on a journey in search of new elemental masters of earth, fire, ice, and lightning. Wu found the earth elemental master on top of a mountain. He quickly recruited Jay, the new lightning master, and found Zane again.
Season 1, Pilot 1.
Training at the bottom of a lake, but they had one more person to find. Kai, the new elemental fire master, worked with his sister Nia in their family's blacksmith shop. At first, he refused to become a ninja, but after his sister Nia was kidnapped by skeletons,
he had no
trained
choice
with Wu and joined the team. They found 3 of the golden weapons, but the skeletons took them to the underworld. Garmadon forced Kai to take the last weapon to save his sister.
Bro, this is season 1. Y'all remember this, bro?
To take take the sword and went to the underworld himself to keep the ninjas
This was
safe.
peak
The
Dolo,
ninjas
bro.
went
This
to
was
the
peak
underworld
Dolo back
and were
then.
surrounded
Season
by
1 days,
skeletons,
season
but
2.
they used the tornado of creation to fight them. Samukai took the sword from Wu and tried to betray Garmadon with 4 weapons.
Puffed away
but
like a
when
little,
he couldn't have them all at once, the weapons exploded. This created a portal to the Kingdom of Madness through which Garmadon passed. Garmadon's son Lloyd was expelled from boarding school and freed the Hypnobrai Serpentine tribe. They too betrayed Lloyd and opened the tombs to the other Serpentines, led by Pythor, the last Anacondri. Zane regained his memories, and Wu traveled to the Kingdom of Madness to find his brother Garmadon, who now had 4 arms to carry all the golden weapons.
Yep.
Garmadon helped the ninjas rescue Lloyd, and they learned that he was the Green Ninja. The snakes
remember
collected
when
the 4
Kai was
fang
thinking he
blades
was the
and
Green
used them to
Ninja.
release the Great
That man
Devourer.
said, "I'm finna put the
Pythor
paws
was
on
defeated
Garmadon.
by
I
the
don't
Great
trust him."
Devourer, and the ninjas had to rely on Garmadon with golden
Nah,
weapons.
Pythor tried to get up
defeat
out of
it.
there.
A
I
little
remember
girl,
that.
along with her
He goes,
family,
"Oh,
was
what do you
captured by the
do?
Devourer's
What do
attack,
you
and
do?"
her
Nah, you
parents
finna stay
died.
right
She
here
was
and
then
see what you
adopted
did, my
into
boy.
the loyal family and grew up to
Oh my
idolize Garmadon
gosh!
and hate ninjas.
I know that.
Her
Who I
name
think that
was
is?
Harumi. After Garmadon
Harami!
destroyed the snake, he escaped with the weapons. Pythor was freed from the Devourer's stomach, and his scales were turned white by acid. The same acid began to seep
Hey,
under.
we like white Pythor over purple Pythor. No cap. I like white Pythor better than purple. White Pythor, he's just, he's more sophisticated. He became more in true with himself, being inside, the Great Devourer's belly. He turned to the good side when he turned white. No cap.
Ground. Garmadon took control of the snakes and took the golden weapons to the Golden Hills,
And
where
made
he put
it
them
the
all
ultimate
together
weapon,
to form
the
the
mega
mega
weapon.
weapon. In the process, Lloyd was affected by an aging powder that aged him by several years.
Yeah,
Garmadon
several
travels
years.
back in time to prevent the ninjas from facing each
Like
other.
7 years,
4
probably.
ninjas follow him. The pursuit causes a mega weapon to be destroyed and Garmadon to be hurled into space, landing on a comet.
This definitely
Garmadon
season
is
3 days. I
revived
remember
by the
this.
poison of the Great
I think,
Devourer
right? Season
and is
3?
dragged to Dark Island.
No, this
The
is season 2.
Overlord merges with Garmadon and grants him access to the Stone Army. Snake finds some stone warriors under the city of Ninjago, and the Great Devourer's poison awakens them. The warriors
Let
lock
my
the
man
snake
Scales.
underground
Oh my
and create
gosh,
chaos in
trap
the
them
city.
at there.
The ninja makes his way to Dark Island, finding Dr. Julian along the way. Garmadon creates a weapon using dark matter and uses it to plunge Ninjago into darkness. The Overlord completes his centuries-old plan and takes possession of Garmadon's body.
Oh,
However,
Lord.
Lloyd becomes the ultimate spinjitzu
The
master
Golden
and defeats the
Ninja!
Overlord using his golden power.
Some of y'all didn't
This
like
causes
that.
the darkness inside Garmadon
Some of y'all didn't like
to
that
disappear.
finale.
After Ninjago is left in ruins, Cyrus Borg has the city rebuilt in a futuristic style. Borg Tower is built on the site where the Overlord was defeated, and a robot assistant named Pixel is also built. Dr. Julian passes away again due to old age. Serpentine becomes
That
more
nigga died
civilized
twice,
by building
bro.
a society in the Stone Warrior Tomb and remains underground.
I know somebody just
Garmadon
go get his
becomes a
reboot card and
sensei,
bring him
training
back.
his own students to fight without fighting, to atone for his evil deeds. The Borg Tower and the entire internet are affected with a virus containing the Overlord. The Overlord creates an army of robots to hunt down ninjas and take Lloyd's gold power. With the help of Pythor, he achieves his goals and the Golden
That man
Master
was
prophecy
walking with a
begins.
limp.
The Overlord gains enough power to assume a physical form, but Lloyd escapes and divides his power among the 4 ninjas. The Nindroids are sent to retrieve the golden weapons. They succeed, and the weapons are forged into golden armor, completing the prophecy. Zane sacrifices his life to defeat the Overlord again.
This is the
but we
last
later
time when
learn
Zane
he
was
has
actually
built
tough.
himself a new body.
After when
The
Zane
ninjas,
did that,
separated
he lost
after
all- he
Zane's
lost
death,
himself.
reunite to
That wasn't
participate
my
in the
Zane
fighting
after this.
tournament with the promise that Zane is alive. This tournament has been set up by Master Chen to bring together all the elemental masters to complete a spell that will transform him and his followers into Anacondri warriors. Chen is defeated by Garmadon, who is thrown into the Cursed Realm so that past enters to the Cursed Realm. However, this opening causes Moro to reincarnate as a ghost and take over Lloyd's body. Cole is turned into a ghost by Sensei Yang, and Nia becomes the next water element
And
master.
Nia becomes
When
the
Nia
next
unlocks her true
water
potential,
ninja.
the ghosts are defeated, and Moro helps her relationship with Master Wu. Later, after giving him the
Oh,
realm
I
crystal,
forgot
he
Moro
goes
did
the
go to
bottom
the
of
good
sea
side at
and
the end. I
dies.
forgot.
In the
I-
following season, Klaus manages to escape the destruction of the
Look at
Cursed
Klaus.
Realm and finds the teapot that Captain
We don't talk
Soto
about this
used.
season because
He
it never
frees
happened.
Natakan and is himself trapped inside the teapot. Natakan captures the realm crystal.
Oh my
and uses
goodness,
it
I
to
wonder
find
if we
Screw.
ever-
He travels to his home realm
Are
of
we ever gonna see
Ninjago,
Klaus
which he
again?
finds in the midst of annihilation. His father father gives him the family sword, and Nadakon uses it to imprison every ninja except Jay inside the sword. In Ninjago, he uses the power of the sword to rebuild Jinjago so he can marry Nia. Nia is able to gain immense power after being hit with the poison. Jay rewinds time to before the discovery of the teapot. Eventually, Jay and Nia become lovers. In the next season, Cole's existence begins to fade as he goes to Sensei Yang's temple to seek revenge.
Man,
Yang
we don't count this,
statues
man.
of
That
the
happened on
ninjas'
the day
past
of the party.
enemies, and these enemies begin to take the place of the living. Moro warns Master Wu about what is happening to the statues, and they're all defeated by the ninjas. Cole flies through a rift and becomes human again. In the monastery, Wu waits for the time rift to reopen, and Chronix
season 7. Here we go.
Rapidly aging, the two
Season
fight,
7
and Crux
again.
and Chronix are reunited. The Time Twins collect 3 time blades to power a time machine they're building called the Iron Doom. Rei and Maya are found by Kai, but Kai and Nia must collect the last time blade to stop Wu from aging. The Time Twins return to the past, escaping through a time rift with Kai, Nia, and Wu following them. However, the ninjas stop the Time Twins and use one of the blades to stop Wu from aging. In their final battle, Wu begins to age and turn into a baby. A year after Wu's disappearance,
Young Wu!
the ninjas continue
Baby
to
Wu!
search for him while protecting Ninjago. Misako finds baby Wu, but the two are captured by Princess Harumi and a motorcycle gang called the Sons of Garmadon. Harumi sends a robot named
Stop
Mr.
calling
E
her
to steal
Harumi. Her
the
name is
Oni mask
Harami.
of vengeance. The Sons of Garmadon attack
This is
the royal
actually one of my
palace
favorite
and steal
seasons,
the Oni
bro.
mask of deception.
Sons of
killing the
Garmadon is
royal
probably one of my
family.
favorite
Harumi
seasons,
hides
no
her
cap.
involvement from the ninjas. Lloyd finds the baby Master Wu, and Harumi finds the only mask of hatred in one of the only temples. Harumi reveals her hatred for the ninjas and escapes.
Oh
She
my
uses the
goodness.
mask to perform a ritual at the Temple of Resurrection to bring back the evil side of
That's
Garmadon.
Harami.
The ninjas stop him, but Garmadon is reborn. Lloyd and Garmadon
Garmadon
fight.
is
Lloyd loses
reborn.
the battle. and
I
gets
have
out.
no child.
The ninjas manage
I
to save
have
him with
no
the help
son.
of one of Wu's old friends. The ninjas try to stop Garmadon's gigantic giant, but they're almost crushed inside the ship. They use the Traveler's Tea to escape to another realm. Lloyd and Nia are left in Ninjago to fight Garmadon's forces, while Kai, Cole, Zane, Jay, and Wu are sent to the first realm. The 4 ninja and Wu are hunted by the Dragon Slayers, led by the Iron
I remember
Baron.
this
They
season.
escape and go to find the dragon
The
armor.
Oni.
They're chased to Oni territory and receive help from a former Dragon Slayer named Faith. It turns out that the only dragon
Fine, we
left
can
the
call you
realm
Doom
long
then.
ago. The growing Wu is taken by the Iron Baron to retrieve the dragon armor. The first child of the Mother Dragon kills
The
the
Mother
Iron Baron
Dragon
and helps
really
Wu and the ninjas
sprayed
return
her
to
hot
Ninjago.
breath on this
While
man.
all this is happening, Garmadon grows stronger and sends the Sons of Garmadon to hunt Lloyd. Lloyd creates a resistance consisting of Nia, Pixel, Skylar,
Man, he ain't got
Dareth,
no powers
Mistake,
right now. I
and
remember
other
this.
elemental masters. They sneak into Borg Tower and broadcast a message to the people of Ninjago to rise up and
Come on,
fight against
Garmadon, tell him
Garmadon.
I have no
However,
son.
they're followed to their hideout. Everyone is captured except Lloyd, Nia, Skylar, Dareth, and Mistake. Mistake reveals that he is an Oni sent to track down the first Benjitsu master. Mistake is killed by Garmadon, but Skylar absorbs his powers and tries
Yes,
to use them
sir.
against
Bro,
him.
that
Contest
scene was
with the giant
amazing.
results
I
in
don't.
Harumi being
Bro, the scene when what's her name? Oh, the Traveler Tea lady, the Traveler Tea lady, and Garmadon when she transformed and she was getting. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I just want to go back and watch that. Honestly, I want to go back and watch that scene. Period, boy. Cause that scene right there. Oh my goodness, bro.
being crushed to death under a building. Wu and the other ninjas return to Ninjago and reunite with everyone. Kai, Zane, and Jay are called to take care of the giant. Wu and Lloyd confront Garmadon and defeat him. Lloyd regains his powers while Garmadon loses them before being locked away. Garmadon tells Lloyd that something is coming. Lloyd later realizes that Garmadon was referring to the Oni in the land of moles. The Overlord makes a deal with Harumi and revives him. Harumi begins to receive the Stone of Vengeance from King Vangelis, a substance that can block elemental power.
Hold on. You tell me Harami came back? Hold on. Harami came back? Oh. No, I don't. I do not know I did not know Harami came back. Hold on.
Garmadon to help them stop the Oni. Garmadon regains his powers
I know about this
and,
part.
together with Lloyd, destroys the Crystal Realm. But these efforts were in vain as all the Oni had already arrived. As they flee, they use the golden
remember this
armor
part,
worn by
yes.
the Overlord to keep the Oni at bay. Kai transforms the
I'm not
golden
talking
armor
about that
back
part.
into
I'm talking
golden
about-
weapons, and they all use the Tornado of Creation to defeat the Oni and Garmadon.
Yes,
In the next
I
season,
watched this
Ninja
part, not-
discovers an
bro,
ancient
no.
snake tomb with an adventurer named Clutch. The powers accidentally return to Earth, and the snake resurrects his army to seek the forbidden scrolls of Spinjitzu to take revenge on Wu by stealing Kai's powers. He manages to get one of the scrolls, but the ninja fights him using the second scroll. The snake tries to kill Wu before it's completely frozen, but Zane intervenes and is sent to the Netherrealm. Zane loses.
Yeah, I remember this. This is when my man Zane became the Ice King. Ice King, and I ain't talking about freaking Adventure Time.
His memories and is manipulated by an outcast named Vex.
Yeah,
Zane captures
that
the
lying
Emperor
ass
of the
nigga. I remember
kingdom
him.
and turns all
Vex.
his men into Blizzard Samurai. Vex confronts the Formlings and offers them the chance to join the Ice Emperor, but they refuse. The Ice
What was her
Emperor
name?
then
Akira?
returns and freezes everyone except a young girl named Akita. Wu tries to go to the Land of Nothingness himself to save Zane, but the ninjas go in his place. They're given food and shelter by the village and
The
learn
last
Ice Emperor's
flame!
tyranny. Lloyd decides to find Zane alone while the others stay to protect the village. Lloyd meets Akita, who wants revenge on the Ice Emperor.
You know, this is actually a
The
good
entire village is
season.
frozen by the Ice Empress's dragon, but the ninjas are unaffected. Lloyd battles the Ice Emperor while Kai destroys the Ice Dragon after regaining his powers. Zane gets his memories back. Vex is then banished, and the ninjas return to Ninjago. In the next season of
In the next season, Prime Empire, the one I skipped. I watched like maybe a good couple handful of the episodes, but then I skipped the rest. So after this, I know nothing. So literally after this season, I basically know nothing.
A named Tinkerer tries to steal a motherboard, and the ninjas retrieve it. In the Tinkerer's lair, they find an arcade machine in which Jay puts the motherboard. They physically enter the game known as
Jay
Prime
over there
Empire,
walking in there like
and
an
this arcade
NPC, both
machine
of them.
transforms into Prime Empire, causing
He
other
walking
people
like an
to enter
NPC.
as well. Kai, Cole, Nia, and Lloyd enter the game to save Jay and the other players. Meanwhile, Zane, Pixel, and Wu find the game's creator, Milton Dyer. The ninjas find Jay and are forced to face the game
Jay
itself,
over here in a new
Unagami,
skin.
collecting 3
That
katana
skin was
throughout the
fire.
day.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
Everyone
that
turns
skin
into
was
cubes
fire.
except Jay,
And the
Jay
outfits-
is forced to face Unagami. The cubes are used to power a portal to the real world, and Unagami passes into the world. The other ninjas then manage to get out of the game, including the players trapped inside the game. In the next season, the ninjas are invited to Shintaro for
Unagami,
Princess
get
Vanya's
out!
birthday. Cole and Vanya discover dungeons beneath Shintaro,
I watched, like,
and the
these 2
ninjas
episodes.
go down to investigate. They rescue some of the geckos and months, and
Yeah, I
leave,
watched this
but
episode.
They manage to unite both species to face King Vangelis, known as the Skull Wizard. The ninjas' attack is not successful, and they're locked up. King Vangelis reveals his identity to Cole, Wu, and Vanya sends them to the deepest part of Shintaro. With the help of the adventurers Vangelis sent before releasing everyone, Cole confronts the Skull Mage, defeats him with a Spinjitzu blast, and Vangelis is imprisoned. Vanya is promoted to Queen of Shintaro as Vangelis' mining stops. In the process, Harumi is forced to smuggle the Stone of Vengeance through criminals. Using the criminals, Ronin tricks the inhabitants of the island and pretends to be Wojira, taking all their wealth. Misako, Wu, and Clutch powers travel to the undiscovered island and are captured by the Keepers. Later, the ninjas go to the island to rescue Wu, who are captured. On the island, Jay is planned to be sacrificed to the fake Wojira, but the ninjas realize the ruse and rescue Jay, capturing the criminals and Ronin. Meanwhile,
Ronin, I
in the
thought it
oceans
was
of
cool,
Ninjago,
gang.
Prince Kalmar discovers the Temple of Wojira and begins experimenting on the sleeping Wojira. These experiments cause Nia to lose control of her powers. The ninja investigate and discover Merlopia.
Atlantis?
His father takes the throne and blames the attack on the ninjas.
Bro, what is
Kalmar's
going on? They just went from... They're literally in Atlantis. What? Oh my God! Look at this snake right here, though. Hold on. Look at my boy. Let me move me. Let me move me real quick. Ah, look at this snake right here. What is Buddy name? He better have a name. I need to find out who his clan is, because that's his clan look tough. No cap.
adopted brother, Benthamar, helps the ninjas escape, and they all fight Kalmar for the Storm Amulet. Kalmar manages to wake Wojira, and Ninjago is flooded.
Wojira?
Defeated by Wojira
Is that the
after losing
dragon?
control, and Nia sacrifices herself by becoming one with the sea as Nindroids.
What in the world? Hold on. What in the... Is that the dragon that they were talking about earlier? Neo here looking... What? Hold on. Go back. What did I just watch?
And Ninjago is flooded. Kalmar is defeated by Wojira after losing control, and Nia sacrifices herself by becoming one with the sea as Nindroids. Wojira is defeated, and the ninjas organize a funeral for Nia. The ninja returns
Nia
home,
died?
and Benthamar becomes...
She dead? You know what? This is what your ass get, Nia. This is what you get, Nia. This is what you get, Nia. You should have never cheated on my man Jay in season 3. You should have never did it. You should have never did it in season 3. That's your karma. Simple as that.
Becomes king of Merlopia. As we move into the final season, the newly elected president forms his own ninja team in the absence of the ninjas. The new ninjas capture Pythor, and after investigating another shipment of the Stone of Vengeance, take on the old ninjas. Nia regains her memories and tries to find a way back to her friends. They escape
Hold
from
on,
prison,
I'll take that back.
absorb Nia's powers, successfully reuniting her with the sea.
I'll take that back.
The imprisonment of the
Nia, I love you, Nia. Don't worry. I'll take it back. I ain't say that. That won't me. I promise. That won't me. I'll take that back. That won't me. That was my alter. That was my alter ego. You know, we love you over here. I promise. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I was a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? I was a little emotional. You gotta understand. I was grieving. You know what I'm saying? I was grieving. You gotta understand. We all grieve different. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing you since season 1. You can't just die on me like that. You gotta understand.
Ninjas, while Pythor, Vangelis,
Is that
and the
Asphira?
rebuilt Mr. E, recruited by Harumi, form the Crystal King Council. Dareth and Nia break the ninja out of prison to investigate, but Void is captured by Harumi. The council.
Did I just hear Harumi, Asphira, nigga from season 12? Did they just gang up?
Vangelis, Panic, and the rebuilt Mr. E, recruited by Harumi, form the Crystal King Council. Dareth and Nia break the ninja out of prison to investigate, but Lloyd is captured by Harumi. The council burns the monastery and steals the golden weapons to return the Overlord to his physical form. Lloyd escapes, but the Overlord sends the Stone Army to attack Ninjago. Almost everyone in Ninjago is turned into a crystal zombie, so the ninjas team up with
Bro, why
Garmadon
Pythor
together
looks so
as many people as they
sexy?
can, reaching out to anyone who can help. Lloyd and Garmadon confront the Overlord, who reveals the truth behind Garmadon's corruption. Harumi realizes that the Overlord is responsible for the death of her family and joins the fight against him. With the help of the ninjas, Shintaro, the Merlopians, the Islanders, and the Serpents, as well as all the citizens of Ninjago, they fend off the zombies. Lloyd battles the Overlord, and the Overlord tries to control him.
Hold on, hold on. What is he? Wait. Golden Oni Lloyd, what?
His evil ways and returns to his old self, discovering the pure goodness within him. Eventually,
What's
the
going
ninjas
on? Why they look like that?
to a dragon, and through it, they defeat the Overlord and the Crystal Council. However, Kai, Cole, Jay, and Zane lose their powers and their golden weapons. This is the shortest way to tell you the story of the 15 seasons of Ninjago. There's also a series called Dragons Rising.
I'm watching that now.
Story, but I didn't tell you the story of that series because it's not complete yet. I've been working on this video for exactly 14 days. Trying to understand and shorten the story, and I hope you like it. Don't forget to like the video for all my hard work. If you like my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in other videos. Bye.
Hey, bro, you did a good job. You know what I'm saying? From season 1 to about season 13. You know what I'm saying? That's what I watched. Season 1 to season 13. You did a good job, gang. Everything else, I have no knowledge of. But you're telling me all of this crazy stuff didn't happen? Oh my goodness, bro. You're lying. I gotta see these clips, bro. I gotta see these scenes. I gotta see these fights. Cause there's no way I'm just gonna go to Dragon Rising and not watch the fight with Golden Oni Lloyd and go against the Overlord. There's no way. I gotta see these clips. I gotta watch them. I gotta see it.